Hey, what's up, guys? Sorry about me running behind a little bit. I was cleaning and organizing really quick, and I just wanted to get something done before I hopped on. Sorry, guys. But I hope that you guys are doing well. We're going to get into some free card pulls as well as paid readings today. Feel free to post your question whenever you're ready, okay? Hey, what's up, Noku? Ophelia, what's coming in your love life soon? So let's see here. So what's coming up in your love life soon for Ophelia? Let's see here. All right, Three of Wands energy in the reversal. Whenever I see this come up, this could be happening within a 3-week time frame, okay? As soon as 3 days, because Wand energy is really fast. But it's almost like somebody's going to be doing something that you never thought that they would do. It's almost like you stopped waiting for them, okay? You stopped waiting for them to either A, reach a higher level commitment or communicate more. And it's almost like something's going to bring you back in for a little bit more hope, okay? And a connection with the Three of Wands energy coming forth in the reversal. Now let's see here. The main card that came up for you is Dearest Heart. I didn't know you were struggling. I didn't know you have been alone. I didn't understand. Now I do. I understand why you have changed. I know what abandonment does to someone. I'm sorry that I ever left you. I'm going to reach out soon. Love them. So maybe there was somebody who chose not to like communicate with you or to create separation in space and didn't realize that you weren't playing them, that you actually were just 100% like involved with them, you know. And with this energy coming forth, I feel like this person is going to gravitate back towards you. They didn't realize that you cared as much as you actually did. Even if you told them that, whatever, they didn't believe what you said. They believed kind of like your notations after you guys broke up, kind of like that kind of energy, okay, is what I'm getting. And I feel like this person could be wanting to communicate with you or wanting to reach out to you. And it's going to be pretty unexpected. It's almost like you stopped waiting for this person. And right when you disconnected from this person fully is when this person's going to be coming back in towards you, okay? You said, yes, you're right. There's a guy who I cut off recently. Thank you for the confirmation. I hope that the reading gave you some insight. No coup. So what are L's current feelings? All right, so let's see here. So what are L's current feelings? Thank you for liking the live. I appreciate it. So let's see here. What are L's current feelings? King of Cups energy coming forth in the reversal, okay? With the King of Cups energy coming up in the reversal, this does really strongly notify to me that there's somebody's going to be a little bit insincere towards you, okay? It might be a little bit just only thinking of things in their perspective, all right? With the King of Cups energy coming forth in the reversal. And I feel like you're fulfilling him, but he has a hard time fulfilling you. And he doesn't even honestly notice the areas that he's not fulfilling. And I feel like a lot of it has to do with communication, okay? But let's see here. With the actions speak louder, let's see here what comes up for you. Dearest you, I know I messed up. I'm kicking myself for how I treated you. I'm going to put in more effort soon, in thought them. So somebody's going to be waking up. This person's going to be waking up to how they've been treating you and where they've kind of like missed the certain areas within the connection, okay? But I do feel like this person recognizes that they've messed up quite a bit in the relationship and wants to kind of like make amends with you as well, okay? Is also something that's coming forth. Messa, how does M Aries feel about you? You're in no contact. All right, so how does M feel about you? You're in no contact. So let's see here. How does this person feel about you currently? So you got two main cards, okay? So I'm going to give you an option. Do you want these two main cards or do you want one of these cards and one love message card, okay? You let me know, Misa. And Kiara, I see you. How are you? One of them. Okay. All right, so let's see here. So how does M feel about you? All right, so the card that you're receiving is the Ace of Wands in the reversal. You both can be trying to manifest things, okay? I'm good, how are you? I'm great, Kiara. So with the Ace of Wands energy coming forth in the reversal, I do feel like this is almost like a rejection towards something with the Ace of Wands, okay? I do also feel like this person is kind of like nervous to reach out. They're waiting for you to reach out in order to rekindle things on their terms. They don't necessarily want to rekindle things on your terms, and they aren't really willing to compromise, okay? But let's get into some love messages for you, okay? All right, so how does M. Aries feel about you? You're in no contact, okay? First card coming out is family event invite. Say yes, not I don't know. So this is somebody who wants to reach out, wants to give you an invitation towards something important. This could even be like an event or like a party or something like that. But this person's in fear that you're going to reject them, okay? I'm going to pull out one more from the top because you didn't really get much out of that one. So, dearest love, I am so immensely proud of you. You have been through it and back. You have cared for yourself and myself without having truly nothing to give. That's how I know you'll be the mother of my kids, is also something coming forth. So potential rekindling is going to be happening here. And it looks like this person could be soul family to you as well, okay? All right, so let's get into the next one. Kiara, so what are the next actions of AK towards you soon? You're in no contact. All right, so Kiara, what are the next actions of AK towards you soon? Thank you for those. You're welcome, Misa. But let's get into, hey, I'm about to purchase a reading. All right, Seth, let me know. And you're going to be right at, oh my God, you're going to be right up next, okay? After I'm done with this free read. So, Kiara, you wanted to know, what are the actions of AK towards you soon? All right, Kiara, what are the actions I just sent for a reading? Perfect. You're going to be right after Kiara, okay? I'm just going to do one card pull and then one free card pull, and then you're right up next after that, okay? So what are the next actions of AK towards you soon? Three of Pentacles energy coming forth in the upright. This person's about to make plans with you, okay, with the Three of Pentacles. There could also be a long-term third-party connection interfering with the connection between the both of you guys. And when I say long-term, it's somebody that they've been messing with, maybe on and off with for a while, and in between the breaks they've been connecting with you is also something that I'm feeling. But let's see what are the next actions of AK towards you soon. You're in no contact. As much as we would love to be, you know, the primary focus in people's worlds, we have to kind of keep in mind that they are not versions, okay? So let's get into actions speak louder. Dearest you, okay? I had sex with someone else. I'm going to spend time with them. I'm not sure about them, so I'm dating the both of you. I'm going to see them soon, in thought them. So that's confirmation of third-party situation, okay? And you said, yes, there is another girl. So yeah, I feel like that's what's causing a lot of the restriction. I feel like this person's going to try to make plans with you, but also kind of keeping in mind like what they have planned with this other person as well, okay? Is something that I'm feeling. I'm so sorry. All right, but that is what I'm picking up for you. I do feel like this person does care about you, but it's almost like they prioritize somebody else or another relationship over yours, which creates like a really big, you know, like wedge in between the both of you guys, okay? But all right, so let's get into Stephanie's read. How are you doing? I'm doing great. I've been doing laundry and organizing, and I did a reading this morning, and that's what I've been doing today. But I hope everybody's having a, you know, a good Saturday for the most part, all right? And then you just let me know whenever you're ready with your question. Feel free to post it. No rush. Oh, you're doing a 20-minute read. All right, perfect. So if so you guys know, 20 minutes, I'm going to be kind of reserved for about the next 20 minutes, okay? Alicia, what's coming in love for you? I'm going to pull out a card for you while she's writing, okay? What's coming in love for you? But she holds priority, okay? With the Five of Cups coming forth. Oh, you just messaged me privately. Okay. Give me 1 second. All right, perfect. Okay. So let me get this. I texted the question. Yeah, of course. It's always okay. You can always text a question. But let me finish this one and I'll go right into yours, okay? All right, so Five of Cups energy coming forth in the reversal. The Five of Cups energy coming forth in the reversal does signify an opportunity that you thought that you had missed out on is what's coming up for you, Alicia, okay? So this could be somebody that you really thought was going to separate from you, that you guys are never going to rekindle things. And this, I don't feel like this is the most recent person that you've disconnected from. This is somebody before your most recent person is also something that I'm getting. But let's get into some love message cards for you to see what main card is coming up for you in regards to love for Alicia. Let's see here. Ooh. You have two main cards that came up for you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an option, okay? This one flipped up and this one stayed down. So I'm going to give you an option between one or two messages, okay? So you're going to choose option 1 or you're going to choose option 2. And that's for Alicia. And then right after Alicia, guys, I have a 20-minute reading that I'm going to be doing. So I'm going to be reserved for the next 20 minutes. And then feel free to hop back on if you'd like to after about 20 minutes. 1, all right. Dearest love, you are golden. My luck increases whenever you are around. You are brilliant, and I love that about you. Somebody's recognizing the loss of your energy. Somebody's realizing how much you actually were a benefit to the reality. And this doesn't necessarily mean monetary or like physical. Obviously, they can continue going on if they want to. But this is about what your energy does for them, okay? There's some people who naturally siphon off of people's energy. They don't do this intentionally, but they'll do it just naturally, okay? And I feel like this person that's coming back towards you has a tendency to kind of siphon off of your energy, use it as a muse towards the next things that they're doing, okay? Or the next people that they end up connecting with. So just be careful, because this person could have some kind of underline of emotional manipulation. I'm tapping into their frequency and I am feeling that, okay? This person might just try to mirror your energy to make it seem like you guys have a lot in common, but in reality, when you look into the depths of them, you'll realize that you actually don't have much in common with this person, is also something that I'm getting. And this is the closure that you've been kind of asking for. You've been wanting to either revitalize it, and you've been really picking at yourself, being like, oh, maybe I should change this, maybe I should, like, no, okay, you don't have to change any of that, all right? And this person you do not have to be with, but this person is coming back towards you, and they're going to try to mimic your energy a little bit, okay? Which is what I'm getting for you. But like I said, guys, I'm about to dive into a 20-minute read here, okay? And then after that, I'll be offering some more free questions. But let's get into it a bit more, and let's see. Thank you so much. You're welcome, Alicia. If you ever want a private reading with me, feel free to book. You can always book it on my live stream, or you can even book it privately, okay? All the information to book is down below in the description box, or you can always check out my pick a card readings that I post, okay? I also have a poll up so that you guys can vote on it and let me know which pick a card you guys would like me to post tomorrow, okay? But let's get into it. Stephanie, let me know whenever you're ready. Feel free to either send me a message privately, being like, okay, or you can put a heart in here. Either way, I can dive in for you whenever you see fit. And I have your question here. I knew it. Okay, so there's this person that's coming back. Okay, you're ready. Okay, so he's switching up on you. He is switching up on you, but let's see his energy just in general, because what I was feeling before is that there's somebody else who's trying to kind of get him to move back in. There's somebody else that he's been on and off with over there, and he's trying not to dispel like all of the... Some men feel like they're really cheating. It's not just only sex for them. They feel like they're really cheating on their partner if they let you in on like what's going on in their world with their person, okay? And you're probably like, that doesn't make any sense. They want to have sex with me. They want to... I know it doesn't make any sense, but it's a very big reality. That's like something that they feel. It's almost like if they let you into the feelings of that person or whatever, they feel like you're going to get into their head, and they won't be making those like strong decisions for themselves as well, okay? But let's get into it and let's see here. So what's going on with E? And how is this trip going to go? So let's see here. So, and is it still happening? So let's see. So E, what's going on with E? Why is he asking these kind of like weird questions? So let's see here. The first card that comes up for you is the 10 of Cups in the reversal. So this is definitely a relationship situation with the Ten of Cups energy. He feels like the both of you guys will have a good time, but he feels like he's actually going to have to follow through on what you guys were talking about. And this may end up creating some form of argument and even drama. And he's also been facing a lot of arguments and drama on this trip with this other person that he was involved with, which could also explain the delay in communication when he was on this trip as well. A lot of like, you didn't tell me you were going on this trip energy coming forth. And with the Ace of Cups energy coming up in the reversal, he feels like he's not going to be able to fulfill you because of what he's going through with this situation with the Five of Wands energy. And he's actually nervous for you to come around now because of what he's created in that environment. Okay, now the next one that you're getting is the World card. It signifies that you're going to travel anyway. With the World card energy coming forth, it looks like you're going to follow through with this trip. And with the Judgment card energy coming, oh damn. All right, so I guess that switched positions all of a sudden. The Judgment card is coming up in the upright. You're going to make a final decision about this whole entire connection, and it's going to come to head before you even book the trip. And with you booking the trip, it's going to signify something really major for you, okay, with Judgment card. And he's also going to have a really big awakening close to your trip. But let's get into it and let's see here. What he's looking for in that conversation is reassurance. He wants to know that it's going to be fun, lively, and that you don't expect anything from him. So he doesn't want any accountability for your emotions that you feel during this trip, okay? Now, underneath the 10 of Cups energy, which is wrong, it's very manipulative, okay? With the 7 of Wands on his part. I don't like that he did that. With the 7 of Wands energy in the reversal, this is also about a boundary being unrestricted, okay? So in regards to the 10 of Cups, this is definitely dealing with him involving somebody else, okay? I do feel like there's somebody who unblocked him, who's starting to reach out to him nonstop. And with the 9 of Wands energy coming up in reversal, he may end up opening up to you, that he may end up getting back with this person. And it's going to be very randomized, yet he's been working slowly towards it almost the entire time. Now, underneath the Ace of Cups, especially when you were in a different connection, is also something that I'm getting. But with the Ace of Aquarius, when you were with the Aquarius before he left, okay? With the Ace of Wands energy coming forth in the reversal, underneath the Ace of Cups, this is also him wanting to postpone everything. Him wanting to make it seem like, okay, I don't want you to come now. Maybe let's just see if this works out between me and the Texas girl or whatever. And if that doesn't work out, we still have the same issues, then I'm going to really, really hound you to come and visit me. And this is going to give you emotional whiplash, and this may even anger you because it's angering me inside, because you're not somebody to be like tossed around or thrown around or like pushed aside. You're a human being. You have emotions. You guys have rapport built with each other. He made a verbal promise to you. Now all of a sudden he wants to like recant. Now all of a sudden it's too much for him, even though it was his idea. Now underneath the World card energy coming forth, you have the 4 of Pentacles in the upright. He's going to become a bit closed off, closer to your trip date, okay? Underneath the Judgment card is the 5 of Swords. And this is because this other person, all right, so women have very strong intuition. Men do as well, but women have very strong intuition. It's embedded in us, okay? So this other girl is going to feel like he is talking to somebody else. She's not going to know who it is. She is going to feel like she's going to have to press a little bit harder and be on top of him a little bit more. What he yearns for is a little bit of that mother-like energy with a bit of demand. Because if you notice, mother energy is really nice, but it also has demand. It also has command, okay? Naturally. So with the 5 of Swords energy coming up right underneath this Judgment card, it's almost like he's trying to play in your face now to try to get you to change your travel plans, to be like, you know what, this is a bad month for me. Let me do it next month. Let me do it the other month. That's what he's trying to open up. And he's also trying to get reassurance that the both of you guys are just going to be, hey, free willy-nilly, friends with benefits, even though everything that you're doing is in the streamline of commitment. So he's wanting that reassurance so that he doesn't feel as guilty for connecting with this other person or reconnecting with this other person. Now, another one that you're receiving is the 4 of Swords in the reversal, and he's thinking constantly about it. He's also been thinking constantly about it, especially during the trip, to see how it's going to play out, like in the long haul. But let's get some love messages, and let's also get some actions speak louder. And let's see here. With actions speak louder, let's see what pulls through. Dearest love, I'm going to invite you out to breakfast soon. I want to eat out and spend time with you, in thought them. So he has these pictures of his in his mind about what he actually wants to do with you in the connection. And a lot of this is like spending time together, quality time, and it's actually not as sexual focus as he may make it seem. Now, the next one that you're getting is Dearest love, be prepared for the best makeup sex ever. Let me show you why we fell in love in the first place, in thought them. And I feel like that's what he's wanting to do, kind of like generate a little bit of an argument. And this is also generating an argument for him is gaining reassurance. So the more that you fight to come, the more that you kind of like, but you don't want to have to do that. You want to be wanted to be there, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Dearest love, I'm going to call out of work. I miss you and crave peace with you today. I don't mind the loss of pay, and thought them. This is somebody who's craving reassurance that no matter what happens on this trip, you're not going to automatically assume that, oh my gosh, he's going to, be in commitment energy with me, even though he was the one who brought it up. He wants reassurance that it's still going to be just as fun when he comes and visits you, like that kind of energy. But you want it to be more than that when you go and visit him as well, because why else the fuck would, you know what I mean, like why else would you go over there to do that on your dime? Like why would you do that if he wants just that? Okay, yeah, I don't mind that, but it's, since we're just doing this friends situation thing and I have no other business besides meeting up with you, if you really want to play hardball, just be like, you can buy my ticket since we're doing this, since this is what we're doing. But I'm an asshole. I can be pretty much an asshole. But anyway, so dearest love, let's have a movie day. Just you and I want to cuddle and munch on our favorite snacks. I want it to be just about us, no work, in thought them. And this is also him wanting reassurance about what kind of things that you're planning on doing. A lot of Aquarius energy tends to be like this. They want like some kind of outline of like what you're planning on doing. Okay, especially when they're in relationships or when you're coming over. They overthink to the point. I know I can get like this too. They overthink to the point of like, all right, we'll do this, this, and this, but what do you want to do? And it gets annoying to the point where you're like, why can't we just live in the moment? Why can't we just kind of like be without a plan, like that kind of energy? Now you're also getting dearest love. Let's paint together. I want to get creative with you, in thought them. So this is also him getting creative with the way that he's wanting to speak with you. He still wants to keep you kind of like on a string, on a little bit of a line, and it's going to irritate you because this was supposed to be a bigger move to grow the connection and grow the relationship, based off of not just your you thinking about it or you fantasy. This came out of his mouth. This is something that he wanted. Okay. Now, dearest you, I will go with you. I do not want you to feel alone. I will pick you up and stay with you. This is not just your life and my life. It's our life. Love them. Now, if this is the way that he wants to play it, it's okay to make some sort of demands. Okay. You can purchase my ticket. You can pick me up at the airport and drop me off at the hotel. That's fine. I don't expect anything from you besides you being cordial and being a part of the trip, because you're a prime reason why I'm in the trip. And do not be afraid of him shutting down, because he's either going to shut down if you tell him that you want full commitment, or he's going to shut down for any requirements that you end up giving to him. Okay. So it's the matter of just being open and recognizing that there's a chance that he's going to have a little bit of a temper tantrum and kind of create some space. He said, so he's going to choose that other girl? I thought he had already chosen to be with me. He's not choosing the other girl. The other girl is being relentless and they're tied to something legally, and a lot of it has to do with a lease, okay, is something that's coming forth. And I am sensing a bit of threats. I'm also sensing her sending a lot of like nude pictures is also something that I'm getting. So he hasn't even made a decision yet. He just wants to make sure that you aren't expecting him to progress with you right away with this trip. Now the next one that you're getting is dearest you. I'm going to video call you. I want to see your beautiful face. I miss your touch. I will always want to stay in touch, in thought them. He may end up video calling you randomly before this trip as well. He wants to get kind of like how you feel about a situation. He wants to read your face while it's happening. I don't know why I'm getting that energy really strongly associated with this. Normally I don't get that. Dearest love, pay attention to the songs that I choose. The songs are how I feel about you, in thought them. Things I'll Never Say by Avril Lavigne, and pay attention to the songs that he is posting about, okay? Really pay attention to the songs that he's posting about, because it's how he feels about you. Now, the next one that you're getting is, dearest love, I'm going to tell you everything. I will tell you everything that has happened since the beginning. It's time you know why I did what I did. It's time you knew the truth, in thought them. You may end up pressing hard enough for the truth to be revealed. You may end up pressing just hard enough for him to be like, you know what, this is what's going on. And I don't know why I feel the need to tell you like, well, this is all like, you could respond to him and be like, okay, can we talk on the phone? Can you call me? Just put that, can you call me? When you get a chance, call me. So that it's not with this kind of like, I feel like when you guys text, things go south. But when you guys talk on the phone, things go freaking north, like where you guys can progress. So a lot of the time it's about you guys talking on the phone too. Now underneath you're getting, I already read this, I'm gonna invite you out to breakfast soon. He wants to do something different, but he also doesn't want any like pressure to be created into something more. Even though he was the one putting the pressure for this, it's almost like he's not ready for the type of relationship that you want, which in like honestly requires him to be a lot more of a provider, be a lot more there for you, be a lot more committed to you as well. Even though you're probably like, well, I can provide for myself, I can do that, that's fine. I just don't understand why you keep going with this back and forth. And it has a lot to do with this other Texas girl that's there within his vicinity, who keeps nudging him, who's been nudging him, and who's been showing up slightly throughout this, you know, through the readings, throughout the couple weeks. She's been showing up slightly, not as dominantly as now. So something definitely happened when he was on that trip and received some messages from this person. And a lot of it was a little bit threatening, is something that I'm receiving as well. But let's get into some love messages. And then if you have another question, feel free to let me know. But let's see here. So what is, you want to know what is he going to do? What, like, do you want to go into that with the tarot? But let's get into it. Let's see. How is he feeling currently towards you? Not towards this other person, towards you. Dearest true love, I miss everything about you. I want to get up and go towards you, yet I know I have messed up everything. Will you even remember the love you've had for me? Are we really done? I need to talk and see you again. Unblock me, please. This has a lot to do with, I'm getting a couple different things. I'm getting that he received a message kind of like this from that girl, but I'm also getting that he feels this way about you, and he feels like he messed up everything by even bringing up that conversation. And again, this like leads us down the road of providing him words of affirmation, being like, well, I thought that we were going to hang out. I didn't think that there was any prerequisite for us to be anything else. I know that we talked about, you know, moving in together, but I know sometimes you say things that you don't necessarily mean. You can be condescending just as much as he can. It's okay to throw that right back in his face and hold him accountable to what he did say to you, okay? But honestly, when you do that, you're going to have to be able to back it up with the facts, because guys love to be like, well, what exactly did I say? Not knowing that psychologically that's a form of abuse. Like seriously, it's a form of abuse. I like had a whole conversation with Copilot about this, and I even posted it on freaking TikTok. Like, guys will be like, well, what exactly did I say? And in the moment, and they talk about this when people get put on stand, is that sometimes people don't remember the exact words given, but they remember the feeling, they remember the instances, because in that moment, that's the thing that you dive into. Sometimes you blank out what somebody's saying. Have you ever been yelled at by a dad or yelled at by a mom, and you're just like, all right, I zoned out. This person's just yelling directly at me, but I recognize how I feel within this moment, and I'm not like putting down mental notes about every single thing they're saying, because I'm not logically present in the moment. I'm emotionally and spiritually present within that moment. And a lot of the times you have to explain this to them, and really you shouldn't have to, okay? Because it's very evident, all right? And actually, I'm going to share with you, I guess I'll send it to you later. I'll send it to you later about how this goes. So if you're willing to back that up, make sure to have like, well, you said this, this, and this on this day. Because if not, they're not necessarily, it's not going to click for them. They're just going to automatically think that you're fucking crazy, or you're in your feelings, or how your perception of reality is just so immensely incorrect, and they'll gaslight you into oblivion, sometimes unified with an additional source there present. So let's get into like a friend. So let's get into the next one you have. Dearest you, it's time I let you know my secrets. I'm going to tell you everything I hide. I hope you'll still love me. He's going to end up telling you, because it's going to be head to head. Okay. He's going to recognize that he has a really strong potential of losing you. And I feel like it's the pressure that you're about to put on his ass. Okay. And I feel like it's very much warranted. All right. But let's get into the next card that you're receiving. I feel like I shouldn't go on the trip. I feel like that's just not my worth. Any advice? I should know. All right. So we'll get into that in just a moment. So dearest you, You will no longer carry resentment towards your ex. You will no longer yearn to reconnect. Your energetic tie is officially severed. So he's about to switch up closer to the time where you were going to book your flight. And this is why I was like, girl, book a non-refundable ticket. I mean, book a refundable ticket. You know, book it with travel insurance. Because this dude goes from like 100% yes to all of a sudden he dips off. This is very Aquarius rising. Aquarius rising tends to be like this because they're not necessarily in their authentic self, with it being in the sun sign. His sun sign is Pisces, correct? So he has a Pisces sun, and that can be kind of like a lot of fuckery, okay? Especially if he doesn't know what he wants. If he knew what he wants, you would be living within that dreamscape. You would be living within that. They're very much like if they know what they want, they go after it. They try to, mold things to their dream world, not in the manipulative way or not like a narcissist, but in a way where they're like, hey, you should do this or you should do that. Like they'll give you like positive notations, all right? I know this because my brother-in-law is a Pisces, my sister is a Pisces, my grandmother is a Pisces, and I have a South Node in Pisces, and I'm a Pisces cusp. So I'm not only an Aquarius, I'm an Aquarius Pisces cusp. Primarily Aquarius, but I'm a Pisces cusp. Okay, because I was born on February 14th. All right, so with this energy, it's very much connected to kind of like you as well are going to sever this tie. Like, remember, I told you you're going to make some kind of final decision, and it's going to be a lot dealing with this trip. Because it's not just, oh, hey, come and see me, I live an hour away. It's not just, hey, come and see me, I live 30 minutes away. It's not that. It's, I'm booking a flight. I'm going to wait at the airport. Actually, I'm going to pay to get taken to the airport. Wait at the fucking airport. Go through, well, before you even wait at the airport, you got to go through TSA. This is where my mind works. This is why I get pissed off and people are like, oh, why is she pissed off? This is the way my mind works. I fucking bought the ticket. I waited in the TSA line. Lord knows that's a damn disaster. Sometimes they got dogs and shit, and then you freaking feel violated and shit. And then you go through the damn TSA. You got to find your terminal. Sometimes you find it, sometimes you don't. Okay. Then you wait there for the plane to arrive. And then once the plane arrives, you can't even board first. Okay. Sometimes you can, but sometimes you got to wait in line still. And then you get on the plane, and then you got to wait, right, for everybody else to get on the plane. Load everything. Then you gotta wait to get there. You gotta sit in the damn death trap in the air, okay? Freaking fly to that place. Okay, yeah, it's a couple states away. I know it's easy when it's all said and done. Oh yeah, I booked the flight, I flew there, whatever. But when you break it down, it makes you a little bit more angrier. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get into that, your additional question on what you should do. Should you even book that trip? If I were you, I'd be like, listen, if you want me to come and see you, there was only one time that I booked a flight. Okay, I was 17. I booked a flight. I went to New York. All right. You're probably like 17. You went to New York. What the fuck? I was making my own money. I had already graduated high school. I already graduated cosmetology school. I was working in a barber shop. I was taking care of myself. My mother was fucking somewhere else. Okay, my dad was off saving the world in some capacity, in some portion. So he was off doing something else. And it was just me and my grandma, honestly, and my aunt. That's all that it was, my great aunt. Okay? And a lot of the time it was just us together. So I had a lot of freedom, okay, to like work hard and do all that. And I was in kind of like a connection with somebody, not really, but it was a person that was like my first love, and ended up flying there. He gave me no prerequisite on like what to expect. I thought he was going to pick me up from the airport. I was like fucking stranded. This random dude almost got sex trafficked. Okay, I'm not even fucking kidding you. This random dude he's not even a real taxi. Came up to the fucking, it's popular in New York for that to happen. I didn't know, but I'm fucking, I got trust issues, but it's important that I had these trust issues at the time too, because then I wouldn't have said nah. I would have had a problem with being like, nah, you know what I mean? I would have been very much like, yeah, sure, I'll go with them. I end up fucking taking a taxi to this person's place because it's blocked off on the highway, whatever. Okay, I get there, the dude doesn't even spend time with me. I'm just there and I'm like walking around fucking New York, and then his best friend ends up showing interest in me. Okay, this was when I was 17, and way before. He was actually the person who hooked us up. Like, he was the person who's like, oh yeah, just talk with them, whatever. He was like, how do you get my number? Through you, dude. And he was already talking to like somebody else. Like, I was 17, he was already talking to somebody else, and like whatever, he was so madly in love with this person, whatever, and was completely ignoring me. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna make fucking, I even invited him to like go out to a restaurant or like whatever, like a really nice restaurant. I was gonna pay for it, and he didn't want to do anything. But he wanted me to stay at his house, which doesn't make any fucking sense. So I was like, okay, so his best friend ended up like inviting me out, whatever. Okay, so we end up hanging out and we end up doing everything, and then he holds a grudge against me because I chose to move on and he finally chose to like make a move towards me towards the end, and all of a sudden it's my fucking fault, and all of a sudden I'm the worst person in the world. But the whole time he was with somebody else, focusing on somebody else, FaceTiming somebody else, doing all that shit and completely ignoring me, and then all of a sudden I just gotta magically think that this person's in love with me. You see how that doesn't even make any fucking sense? Do I regret it? Was I 17? 100%. I didn't even hook up with that person more than once. So like, do I regret it? Yeah. But it's not something that he should have hung over my head or made me feel like really horribly about. Honestly, I feel like I deserve an apology for that. Like 100%. I feel like I deserve an apology for that. I didn't even like deserve that. You may also deal with a similar situation to like, if you end up going on this trip, you may end up having a little bit of like, well, I thought I was here for you. And you know what's crazy is something similar actually ended up happening to you with Isaiah, remember? You ended up meeting him there. Damn. Okay, so let's go into it a little bit and let's see. So if you end up going on this trip, what's going to happen? All right. But let's see here. Benito, oh my God, that is so sad. Glad you're okay. Yeah, girl, I'm 28. I'm about to be 29, and I'm perfectly fine. That man is somewhere else across the world living his best fake ass life, and I'm good with that. It's because everything he does is for like, will this make enough likes? Will this get enough likes? Will this like, who does that? Okay, you're probably like, well, aren't you on social media? Yeah, but if you guys saw my social media, you would see that I don't necessarily do it for the likes. But anyway, so let's go into it and let's see here. All right, he's a Cancerian, I'm an Aquarius. This is completely polar opposites, okay? But yet very similar. It's like an evil twin. Anyway, so let's go into it and let's see here. And let's see, any advice that you need for this trip? Should you even go on it? Wheel of Fortune in the reversal. This trip will cause delays. There will be delays on this trip. And it's mainly due to him manifesting against you on this trip. Now, the next one that you're getting is the Eight of Pentacles in the reversal. And it'll also drain your bank account with the Eight of Pentacles energy coming forth in the reversal, just for it to not pull through the way that you really wanted it to pull through. The next one that you're getting is the Ace of Cups energy in the reversal, which means he may end up rejecting you when you arrive there. Remember how I told you, like, I flew there and I waited for that dude at the airport, and he ended up being a no-show, and it was my first time in New York by myself, and I was 17. Like, you know how easy it would have been for me to get snatched the fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you. You could have been like, hey, free recording down here, because I was really into music. You could have been like, hey, free recording down there, and I would have been like, oh yeah. You know what I mean? Like that kind of energy. So I was honestly just unprotected. That was not even the first time he left me like that. I think he left me like at a party one time, and I went with them, and like I was left stranded in the middle of nowhere. Like honestly, he owes me some apologies. Like I have some beef with this situation. Anyway, so the next one, and then he slept with my sister. Anyway, so I deserve an apology. Anyway, King of Wands energy coming forth in the reversal, but honestly, it would mean nothing coming from him, honestly. With the King of Wands energy coming forth in the reversal next to the Ace of Cups. All right, and it took me a long time to get that way because I was obsessed with that kid since I was like 3 years old. And then I stopped being obsessed with him after I found out that he slept with my sister. Then I was like, oh, okay, cool. Nice. So with the King of Wands, so there's literally like his opinion just does not matter. And you may end up getting to that point, okay? With the King of Wands energy coming forth in the reversal, this is also him taking an adverse reaction and manifesting against this trip that you're about to take. Because remember I told you, if it's not his idea, if he doesn't bring it up, or if he's not the one that initiates it or puts in the money towards it or anything like that, he's not necessarily, there's going to be hiccups. And I've said this before, there's going to be hiccups. The reason why is because he's not in control of it, okay? With this coming up in the reversal. Are you going to resume free readings after this reading? Hey, what's up, Anastasia? Or Anastasia? Yes, I am, okay? But bear with me. With the Four of Wands energy coming forth, either way, you guys are going to make amends and end up meeting up in person anyway. If you go on this trip, this person's going to end up disappointing you, but this person's going to meet up with you anyway. This is funny because this also happened to me on that trip. But underneath the Wheel of Fortune, and we both have Taurus moons, okay? So just keep that in mind. With the Queen of Cups, and you have an air sign in your big three. It's not the same Aquarius, but it is still Libra. And Libra is very much big on balance. So if somebody brings you chaos like an Aquarius would, okay, you're going to be like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay, kind of like that. But he's also a Pisces, so you have to keep that in mind, that he's going to have this kind of like dreamlike world and be kind of like distant, but then also come back towards you full force and give you a lot more affirmation. Okay, at the same, there's very beautiful energy to Pisces. So, and also Aquarius in every sign, and Libra, all of them. But underneath the Eight of Pentacles energy coming up in the reversal, you have the Sun card. This is about happiness. Even though you're going to be spending almost everything, you're going to be pretty happy. Okay, that on the way you're going to be happy. He may even give you some reassurance on the way, things of that nature. But when you get there, you might feel rejected by him, because you're going to feel like you're waiting around for him with the Hangman energy coming forth in the reversal. And this is exactly why I went into that little tangent about that. So even though it wasn't like I hooked up with a friend right away. I gave him days. I gave him a significant amount of time. You know what I mean? I gave him a fucking significant amount of time. And he didn't. He made it seem like he was completely uninterested. And I was like, all right, so I'm just going to move the fuck on. I was 17. Okay? And for some reason, I feel like you may end up having a little bit of a dilemma to like where somebody's going to end up reaching out to you who does live out there and who does want to see you and who does want to spend time with you. And he may end up manifesting his own demise. With the King of Wands energy coming forth in the reversal, you have the Knight of Swords in the reversal as I speak about that. It's because he's literally saying adverse things. Remember how I was like, King of Swords they can be kind of direct and cold and harsh, and they'll take their emotions out of it when in the reversal. And with it being in the reversal, okay, he's already doing that. He's already saying like, well, maybe you should come, maybe you shouldn't come, maybe you know what I mean? Like that kind of energy. And then in the future, it's going to be like, well, I didn't even ask you to come anyway. I didn't even want you to come anyway. Why? You did that all on your own. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like that kind of energy. That's what it is in the reversal. Now, underneath the Four of Wands, you have two different clarifiers. Seven of Pentacles in the reversal, there's going to be some stagnancy. Okay, and with the Three of Cups in reversal, he's going to end up having a lot more time than he originally thought, because this girl's actually playing him. So this is funny. So she's playing him. Okay, this is his karma. All right, the Three of Cups energy, the girl who's from Texas, she is playing him hard fucking core, and a lot of it has to do with his militant benefits, and it's going to come to the surface. Okay, a lot of it has to do with his military benefits. When I left my ex, when I got divorced and shit, I let him keep the $20,000 in his bank account, even though the freaking judge was like, you could split it in half, you could do all that shit. He kept the $20,000. I didn't fight him for it. I let him keep it. I let him keep all the furniture, even though that was something my father got me, and he will hang over my head till the fucking day I die. Everything that I end up selling out of fucking survival, for him not even being there, he hangs over my head like till the day I die, I swear to God. Okay, he still hangs a Nintendo DS that I had to pawn in order to buy groceries for my mom when I was younger. He still hangs that shit over my head. Where's the guitar about you? I fucking pawned it because you didn't give my mom fucking child support that month, so I had to be the provider at fucking 12, Dad. I'm sorry. Like that kind of energy. He doesn't see that. He's like, well, I gave her $250 a month. Nigga, sit down. Sit the fuck down. $250 is fucking 2 weeks of groceries, okay? And then he had a big deal about like, oh, if you want to eat, you got to come to my house. Go fuck yourself, okay? On top of that, like, because I'm not going to eat knowing my fucking sister and my brother are fucking starving. That's not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. That's the way I was bred, okay? And that's the thing about King of Swords, especially being in the reversal. They take the emotion out of it. They take the underlining emotion out of it, which is a very big connector. Okay, that's why water sign energy is very important. Okay, everybody's like, oh, water sign energy is sensitive. They're sensitive. Let me tell you, they're very important. I'm really grateful to have grown around like my family. Like my grandfather, he was a Cancer. Okay, and my grandmother, she's a Pisces. My aunt, she's a Libra. I'm really grateful for those people to be around me when I was growing up, because they really showed me like love. Okay, they really did, and I will always be grateful for them to like do them for that, and always be closer to them for that. You're gonna have an awakening that's really similar, to the point where you're going to end up being like, you know what? I know what real love feels like. I was surrounded by it. Actually, I grew up in it. I don't think that this is what it is. Okay? And you know that. And you may end up having an alternative plan when you get there anyway. You're still going to have a good time. With the Six of Cups energy in the reversal, he's very much stuck on the past and the past version of you, and he doesn't feel like you can evolve or grow past that. That's what his dilemma is within his mindset. He doesn't know if you're going to grow past that stage or if you're just going to keep that stage, and he keeps testing you with certain things. And he's also keeps testing you with your relationships as well. He wants to see if you're still continue talking to him. Are you going to cut him off immediately? Like that kind of energy is what he's kind of like poking the bear with. But let's get into it. And let's see here with love messages. And let's see here. What's going to happen if you end up showing up there? If you end up falling through on this trip, they're not married though, so how can she get benefits? Girl, let me tell you something. If he ends up, he's out of the military, so his benefits are for anybody who's attached to him now. So if he ends up wanting to buy a house all of a sudden, and he ends up getting his VA loan, which is a benefit for military people, he can move in a lot faster. Sometimes they don't even require a down payment, and the interest rate is really good. Things like that are also a benefit. Now, she wouldn't necessarily benefit from like his health care and stuff like that until they're married, but I don't know if it works after they're out. I don't know if it works after they're out, if they're not putting it in. That would be a question for somebody else with that one. But let's get into it and let's see here. But I do know the girlfriends on the damn base fucking had better everything than the damn wives on base. We were the ones struggling, keeping the fucking fort down, wasn't able to even hold hands with our significant other, and the fucking girlfriends are like, la-di-da, I'm visiting, and they don't have to fucking live in that shit. Let me tell you something, it's different when you have to live in that shit. Stay in a fucking home by yourself, cleaning all the fucking time, okay, and then wondering if your person is fucking somebody else in the barracks, okay, because they don't want to come home, and then they fucking finally come home, and then they're like, never with you. Let me tell you something, that's just one portion. There's another part that I have witnessed, and it's like basically being apart from your person for fucking months, sometimes even a year or even more if they're in war, and you just gotta freaking write letters to them all the time. I got a postcard from my father from Kuwait, you know? Anyway, so let's get into it. And let's see here. What can you expect? So you are much more than this rejection. You are much more than this situation. You are much more than this. And you already know this. But coming up underneath, you have Dearest Love. I watched the movies I used to say were stupid. I'm sorry I always push you away when you're wanting to bond. Let's try again. So again, he's going to try it like, oh, well, you know what? You could come again right when things are like better and you guys are like talking on the phone again. Oh, well, you could come and visit me. Why don't you book a flight? Why don't you book a flight, nigga? I'm sorry. Why don't you book it? Okay? Why don't you book my hotel stay? Why don't you do that? And it's like, oh, crickets. Oh, I don't know. I can't do that. Okay, so the same reason why you can't is the same reason why I can. So let's just put that there. And so you're going to end up having to show him the hard version of you. And you're probably like, I have. It's just like not resonating. It's not clicking. It's because he gets his way at the end of it. At the end of it, he still gets his way. He still holds no restrictions. There's still no restrictions, you know? The next one that you get is text message. Are you mad at me? So he's going to play this game. He's going to be like, oh, are you mad at me? Are you not wanted? In his mind, if he doesn't say that, he's going to be trying to poke you a little bit with like, hey, how are you doing? When you know damn well he said something that he really would pop you off. And he knows damn well that what he just said and what he just did just popped off, like is going to make you pop off. But you're choosing not to, and that's going to make him a little bit more eerie, okay? So the next one you're getting is Dearest You. A previous lover will want to interrupt your relationship. Your person will not cheat on you with them. They will prove it to you. So, like I said, this gives you confirmation. I don't feel like not necessarily they won't cheat on you with them because you guys aren't necessarily together. So, yeah, it wouldn't be cheating. But at the same time, I feel like this previous lover is interrupting your connection and the streamline that you guys already were really focused on. And you're going to beat yourself up being like, man, I should have booked it sooner. I should have saw him sooner. I should have did that sooner. I should have. No. You did enough when you said, I'm going to book the flight. You did enough when you said, I'm going to show up. You did enough when you said, I'm going to be there. Okay? Now, the next one that you're getting is Dearest You. You both will sign very important documents soon. Congratulations, you officially have a partner in life, love, spirit. And he wants to get married soon. And it's either going to be you or it's going to be somebody else. And it's up to you to set certain boundaries and restrictions to realize that you don't want to be married. You're either going to realize you either don't want to be married to him or you do want to be married to him. And that's that judgment call. If you want to continue on the hamster wheel, if you want to step off and maybe try a different machine. like that kind of energy. Now, the next one that you're getting is, dearest love, I'm so immensely proud of you. You have been through it and back. He's going to love bomb you all of a sudden. It's going to make you like have a little bit of whiplash, okay? Hey, what's up, Stephanie? I told you guys, I have like 3 different clients named Stephanie. There was another client that had reached out to me. And I swear to you, like the Stephanie with the ocean in the back, she's in the States. The Stephanie with the face right now, she's in the UK. I have another one that's also in the States as well who reached out to me randomly through a text message. And I was like, what's your name? She was like, Stephanie. Stephanie is actually a really good name and it actually means a lot. I know you guys probably already know this, but it's actually a Victor. It originates from the name Stefan, I believe. But anyway, so you have been through it and back. You have cared for yourself and myself without having truly nothing to give. That's how I know you will be the mother of my kids, is also something coming forth. So he's going to go back and forth with this and he's going to end up being like, well, you should just book it. You should just do this. And you're going to be like, what the fuck? I need like 2 weeks. Like, I need like 3 weeks. Like, I can't. What do you mean? You just told me no. And that's that Aquarius rising. Okay. But I do feel like you're going to eventually go on this trip, but there's going to be delays. I also do feel like it's mainly because of him going back and forth with this. You've had a complete streamline of focus on that, but he's going to be going back and forth with it a little bit. And it does have a lot to do with this Texan girl. So for right now, if you haven't bought anything, if you have bought something, I would say try to just get your refund or try to get a refundable ticket or try to get travel insurance or something like that. But if you are still waiting to book it, you're smart. And you were literally diving into your intuition screamed out to you that, no, I'm going to wait till I get a official okay, even if that means being on the phone with him while oh my God, my accent came out, while you are on the phone with him, you book the ticket right then and there, and you send him a screenshot of that confirmation. At that point, there's no, I have a different thing. Can you come? Can you change the ticket? No, you're going to pay for the difference for this. And if you don't, we're going to have some fucking issues. Like, I'm not even kidding. You have to be able to be willing to talk about these things, even though you want to be as giving, even though you want to be as loving. Sometimes when they push you to that fucking brink, sometimes you got to be like, listen, dude, I don't fucking care. I made a verbal commitment with you over the phone. We booked this together, even though I did it with my card. We booked this together, and now all of a sudden, you're fucking toe hurting. Like, you know what I mean? Like, don't be afraid to set your foot down and to do things a little bit differently. If you're not wanting to be that harsh with it, even though I know it's inside of you, you're a Taurus, and you also have a Libra rising. It's definitely inside of you to do that. But you're all about balance, and you want to bring peace to the equation, and you don't want to be so like, oh my gosh, I'm like, you know what I mean? Like how I can be sometimes. So you want to be a bit more like open and giving. So however that seems fit to you to do that. Like right before, you can even do a mock play. You could do like an example being like, hey, are you free right now? I just want to check flight times. Call me when you can so I can book the flight. Oh, it's fine. Just pick any time you want. No. Because I would prefer if you pick me up from the airport. I'm kind of weird with everything that's going on with Uber right now and Lyft. I don't know. I would prefer you being here for me. I would prefer you being here for me. Okay? Now that answer to that question is going to tell you a lot about the connection and also about the relationship itself. It's going to show you, is he willing to be there for you when you're like not, like, even if it seems irrational to him, who gives a fuck? When your kid is scared of the dark, you can either trap them in the dark and traumatize them, right? Hello, hi. And then they sleep with the fucking light on for the rest of their fucking days, okay? Or you can sit with them in there and you guys can talk it out and you can work it out and be like, all right, you're scared of the dark. Let's look, what are you scared of? Where is the scary? It's under your bed? Well, let's scare it back. Let's tell it to go. Let's do all these different things. You're there for your kid. You're there for the person you love. You know, like that kind of energy. The moment that they're not is when things start getting freaking in the air. LOL, all of a sudden you're so worried. I'm sorry, Stephanie, I had to do it. My analogies are crazy. But this is what I'm getting. So overall, it's going to be your choice whether you want to book that flight or not. But I am giving you a little bit of tidbit try to be like, hey, call me when you can. I'm trying to book this flight. Just let me know what time's good. I want to make sure I don't mess up your schedule. You can even use a little bit of reverse psychology. I don't want to mess up your schedule. I want to make sure this is good for you. I want to make sure it's good for us. That's really what it should be. But I want to make sure that it's good for you. I want to make sure that we're okay, that I'm not inconveniencing you in any way. And if this time is an inconvenience, then just message me whenever it's a good time to fly, because I just don't feel like I should invest in a ticket, especially if I am going to get a non-refundable ticket. I just, it's kind of a little bit of a big commitment, and I don't want to be sitting in Texas again without you. Boom. He's going to give you a solid answer. If he can't get on the phone all of a sudden or whatever, all right, then the ticket doesn't get booked. I'm sorry. You didn't book your flight? I thought you booked it the other day. Oh, I was waiting for your call. I'm so sorry. You can't let him, play like this. But that's exactly what I'm receiving for you, love. I hope that you enjoyed it. I know I went over a little bit, but I hope that you enjoyed it, okay? And thank you so much for your purchase today. I really do appreciate it. And this will be available and up for you to view whenever you want to review it back or anything like that. I'm going to mark your reading as completed now. Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome in. If you guys have been staying for a little while, I'm going to go back to some free questions. If you do have a question, feel free to let me know. And Stephanie from the UK, let me know if you are still here. I don't mind answering your question too, okay? So who is your destined future husband? Anastasia. Or Anastasia. So let's see here. So who is your, even though when I say Anastasia, it just seems better. So who is your... Stephanie, you're here? All right, cool. So I'm going to do yours right after Anastasia, okay? So who is your destined future husband? Thank you for waiting. I appreciate that. So the person who is your destined future husband is a person who's left you out in the cold before, and maybe you're in a little bit of a separation from right now. And because you waited, I'm going to give you an additional card as well as a love message card, okay? Now, this is somebody who's going to be coming back into your existence. This person could have heavy Gemini within their chart, or you could be reconnecting very vividly with this person during Gemini season next year. Gemini season should be towards the end of May, leading to June, okay? Towards the end of June. That's when Cancer season starts, is in June. All right, with the Magician energy coming forth. But let's get into it with a love message to see who else, sorry, not who else. What other notifier, my God, is or descriptive quality about your future husband here, okay? I'll read these two because you waited, okay? Dearest you, it is now springtime, and I feel like it's time we should at least try. Now, springtime energy usually starts in Aries season, okay? Sometimes it'll start in Pisces, but mainly it's Aries season, okay? So towards the end of March leading to April, all right? Now, you're also getting dearest you. Get ready to go shopping together. You both will revamp up your style together. You both will have so much fun. Naughty and nice memories. Love spirit is also something coming forth. So I do also feel like the both of you guys may end up shopping together. And this doesn't necessarily mean like you're going to go on a shopping spree and stuff like that. This could even mean like dashing with your person, or like Uber eating with your person, or doing stuff that are different with your person, like that kind of energy, okay? Could also be something that comes up. But in this regard, I feel like this person may end up buying you a lot of stuff, is also something that I'm receiving, okay? But that's what I'm getting for you, Anastasia. Thank you so much for patiently waiting. And then Stephanie, you had your question here. Let me scroll up a little bit. Give me 1 second. So what area are you leveling up in? So let's see here. All right, so I'm going to get into Stephanie's. Let me know whenever to get started on your read here. But you already said yes, but just put in a heart, and then we'll get started for where you're going to be leveling up in. Okay, what area of your life are you going to be leveling up in? And then also get you a message card in regards to whichever area of your life that you're going to be leveling up in. But just let me know whenever you're ready, and I'll get started on there for you, Stephanie. All right, perfect. So what area are you wanting to level up in? Ooh, okay, so this is where you're going to be leveling up. It's your finances, but whenever it comes up in the reversal, the Ten of Pentacles, this is about whenever you get a really big lump sum that's supposed to generate a really big breakthrough for you, what I want you to do is I want you to, even if you don't even have the money yet, I want you to make a list. What I used to do before is I would make a list of the things that I wanted to get for people, or things that I wanted to pay back to people and things like that. Okay. I still very much have that list. And I also have a list of kind of like, you kind of, have you ever seen, this is kind of sad, but this is very much how it was for me at one point in my life. But I didn't live in a Walmart or anything, but I did live like in a car at one point. I did. So it was kind of like that. So with Walmart, okay, the Walmart baby, I don't know if you guys, home is where the heart is. Do you remember when she was making a list of everything that she took, where she was like, oh, I took this chocolate milk and it cost this much, and she just was adding up everything. And at the end of it, Walmart actually ended up giving her a job and like tons of money, and like she can work at any Walmart that she wants to and all that stuff. And it was because of her good intention, okay, that was behind it. She wasn't taking it, it was like, oh yeah, I can take this because they got a bunch of it, or like whatever. It was kind of like, I'm taking this because I really need it right now, and I'm pregnant and I don't want my baby to die and I don't want me to die, so I need to drink this chocolate milk because this dude left me at a random Walmart. And he's the father of my baby, but you know what, he ends up crippled in the future anyway. You know what I mean? Like that kind of, it's a very powerful movie. It's really sad, but at the same time, it's almost like you making a list of things. So back to the positive notion, make a list of how you would want to spend that money. Put a random number, any number. I don't care how large it is. I don't care how much it makes you chuckle. Okay. Put any number. And what I want you to do is I want you to write down how you would delegate it and how would you prolong that wealth, okay, is also something that's coming forward. So let's just say if you have like, if you get 10 grand, okay, like instantaneously, like you end up getting like 10 grand. How are you going to use that 10 grand? Are you going to use it to transition to change things, like create upheaval in your life? You know, or are you going to keep a steady flow? So are you going to pay your rent out in advance? Are you going to pay your bills out in advance to where you have an opportune time to save up maybe 6 months worth of your income, or things of that nature, okay? To put you in a better state, or to put you in a better financial state as well. But let's get into the blessings deck, because it looks like this could be finances. This could also be about you marrying into wealth, but not necessarily feeling fulfilled within that family environment. So it looks like the persons that you end up marrying or getting really close to may end up having a lot of wealth, but their family is not a family. Like it's kind of like a business. But let's get into it. Kind of like the Kardashians, but not really. But let's get into it. Dearest you will move somewhere close by, but very new. Well, to you, love spirit. So you're going to end up moving and transitioning. You might be using this money to move and transition, which is actually going to pinpoint you to different areas of your life. Even though she got left at the Walmart, what happened? And even though she was abandoned and everything like that, she ended up going to the library, right? Because she wanted to discover how to take care of this plant. Okay. But that, that connection to that person, the librarian, was even bigger than she had originally planned. But she was led to there, and she didn't even really know how to read, okay? She didn't know how to really read, okay? And with this energy, it's like you're going to be pinpointed to this area to move to, and you feel really guided to move there. You're going to end up having a lot of friends. You're going to be having a lot more networking opportunities. You're going to be making important connections, and this is where you're going to be leveling up. Okay, and it has a lot to do with career and your financial well-being, but also a little bit dealing with your love life, okay? And because of that, I'm going to dive into one more card for you. Okay. Getting back together is what wanted to come out, and this one also came up. Dearest you, today has been hard on you too. Take a shower and get some sleep. Joy comes in the morning. So I don't know, I feel like this has something to deal with their family. That you may end up visiting their family and it's just energetically draining to the both of you guys, okay? And the both of you guys may not even speak on the way home because it made a little bit of a rift between the both of you. This is a little bit further out, okay? When you end up getting like in a really solid relationship with this person, or even getting back together with this person, because it looks like you already know this person, is also something that's coming forth, and the both of you guys are going to be in a really strong commitment towards one another that could lead to marriage, is also something that I'm receiving for you. But that is what I'm getting for you, love. I hope that you enjoyed that spread for you. Suzanne, is there a new love interest coming into your life soon? Okay, entering your life soon. So is there a new love interest coming into Suzanne's life soon? Let's see here. Seven of Swords in the reversal. Oof. No, somebody from your past is going to be coming back towards you, okay? I'm going to pull out these for you, and I'll pull out one message card for you, okay? With the Seven of Swords in the reversal and the Lover's card energy coming forth in reversal, this is somebody who played you like a damn fiddle, who's coming back into your reality. And this is the reason why that they're coming back into your reality, is so that you have full closure that this isn't something that you are wanting to revamp up. This isn't something that you are wanting to continue on with, is also something that I'm receiving, okay? And you're probably like, oh no, you just said you, oh no. I get that on so many levels. So let's get into the love message, okay? The love message that's coming out for you. Dearest you, if there is no time, I will make it. If you need me, I will be there. If I made plans, I keep it, is also something that's coming forth, okay? Now, you had a couple different ones that came up, but I'm going to get the next one, and it says engagement and wedding bells. So this is somebody that you're going to end up in a really strong commitment with, where it could even lead to marriage in the long haul. And it looks like you're going to end up kind of making amends with this person after feeling a really big disconnect. Maybe this person lied, cheated, schemed, all of those things, and you're wanting to kind of like make this work. You said, I know this guy, he broke my heart immensely. You know, fuck him. But at the same time, if this is something that you I love my job, guys, because I can be like, fuck him. But you know what? But you know what, if you do want to make it work, I feel like there's going to be an opportunity for this person to come back into your life. Are things going to be immensely different? No, but you're going to have to play the game a little bit with them, is something that I am picking up for you. But that's what I'm picking up for you, love, okay? Bonita, and I hope you have a beautiful Saturday. Or if it's towards the end of your Saturday, I hope that you have a beautiful Saturday. All right, Bonita. All right, Bonita started laughing too. So, hidden love messages from Sean to you. All right. So, do you want a tarot card and a message card, or do you want two message cards? You let me know, Bonita. I'm happy I can make you laugh. Well, just let me know. You're welcome, Suzanne. Bonita, let me know if you like some love messages only, or if you want me to dive into tarot for you, okay? You said yes, please. Okay, so just love messages. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull one love message card out from my main love deck, my Love Rewind and Love Revealed, okay? And then I'm also going to pull one out from my action-oriented deck. So let's see. Oh, you said tarot card and message? Oh, okay. All right, so let's get into it, and let's see here. So tarot card and message. So what are Sean's, right? That's his name? Hold on. Shan. What are Shan's hidden love messages towards you? What are those? All right, so you have the Knight of Cups. This person has a lot of feelings for you. They even have, I wouldn't say a playlist, but they have certain songs that they go to after they even, like, meet up with you, after they even see you in person, is also something coming forth. This person has an immense crush on you, but it's more than that. Because this is the Knight of Cups, so it's one level up from the Page of Cups, one level up from a crush energy. So this is somebody who could be falling in love with you a little bit. But this also indicates that this person may end up taking action towards you, wanting to message you, wanting to get together as well, or maybe even invite you out on a date with the Knight of Cups energy coming forth, okay? But let's get into a love message for you, and let's see, what are his hidden feelings towards you, his hidden emotions towards you, any hidden love messages? Okay, that was a lot. Give me 1 second. So like I said, this person definitely has a lot of feelings towards you, but let's get into it and let's see here with Bonita. Bro, he has someone else. Bro, but he has someone else. Exactly. I understand. But all right, so let's get into it and let's see. So this person's your karmic partner, okay? I should pack. I bought one thing. Oh, she's so sweet. Hold on, sorry, I got a good message from somebody. All right, so with the karmic partner, okay, coming forth, this could be somebody that you have a karmic soul tie with. In the previous lifetime, you were dealing with this situation. The karmic partner does not mean twin flame, okay? This is somebody that you are meant to kind of go through different things with. This is, when I get there, oh, sorry, I just got a message. You could also be receiving a random message from this person soon when you're already focused on something else as well, okay? It could also be something coming in. But with the karmic partner, I'm also going to read this one too. This is somebody who you're meant to kind of go through these trials and tribulations with. And it's because you both had previous lovers in previous lifetimes. And a lot of the time, you were caught in third-party situations in a previous lifetime is also something that I'm picking up, okay? So it's probably why you have a tendency to attract that. It doesn't mean that you're never going to have a monogamous relationship. It just means that maybe you have a tendency to attract that because you've yet to clear that from your energy yet, okay? You've yet to see beyond that yet. But you have a visual of what you think it's like, but you have yet to really think that you're deserving of it, or like love that matches at this level doesn't have that, is also something that I'm getting. So dearest you are my favorite part of my day. You make me smile when I just crashed out. You make me want to live again. I love you, love them. So this person may end up using you a little bit like an outlet at times. So like where you're the happy outlet, okay? But they can also plug out of that and plug right into a different outlet whenever they see fit. And this is where you have to reassert, some boundaries in regards to this, okay? And you said what? You said, why does he have all these feelings when he has someone else? He's crazy. Well, because you fill the void. Okay, so you fill the void of whatever else that he's not getting within that connection in order for him to kind of feel completely fulfilled. In his mind, he does that, okay? But not every guy does that, okay? I know it's hard to believe, but not every guy does that. All right. But that is what I am picking up for you. I do feel like he could be reaching out to you soon. All right, Ariel, what are the current feelings of A towards you? We're in no contact. So let's see here. So what are the current feelings of A towards you? You're in no contact. All right, so I'm going to give you an option. You can either get 2 tarot cards or you can get 1 tarot card and 1 love message card. But let me know because 2 messages came out for you. And it's just up to you. Hey, what's up, Nana? I'll get into yours just a moment. Ariel, just feel free to let me know, okay? It looks like you need a little bit of a longer read for that. You're welcome, Benita. All right, so 1 tarot and 1 love message card. Okay, so let's see here. So you wanted to know, what are the current feelings of A towards you? You're in no contact, all right? So what are the current feelings of A towards you? He feels at times you can only view things in your way and not necessarily the whole picture. Okay, with the Queen of Cups energy in the reversal. And he has a tendency to believe that you only focus on like what's going to be fulfilling to you or what's in your world at times. And he wishes that you would take into accountability like other things. So let's just say if this person is in a third party situation, okay? The Queen of Cups in reversal would be like, well, why don't you have time for me at this time? You know what I mean? Not recognizing that this other person is doing both of those. They're playing this other person, they're also playing you, but you have a little bit more of an inning because you also know about this other person, okay? But with the Queen of Cups energy coming forth in reversal, it's almost like you ignoring your intuition on things. So this could even be like your intuition is telling you, don't press right now, just let him be. And you end up pressing anyway. And him just being a little bit overwhelmed by those things at times. But let's get into some love notations. And let's see what comes out for you. All right, so a bunch of different cards came out for you. I'm going to give you a chance to choose between a couple different cards, okay? So we have 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Feel free to let me know, Ariel, which one you'd like to... You said he is involved with another girl and he hid it from me. All right, yeah. So I do feel, okay, that, yeah. It's basically everything that I just explained. But let's get into number 1, okay? I do feel really strongly, all right, that he just wishes that you would be more understanding about that, but you're not because you want him to choose you, but yet you're participating in the third-party situation. Anyway, so the next one that you're getting is, Dear Stu, a previous lover will want to interrupt your relationship. Your person will not cheat on you with them. They will prove it to you, is also something coming forth. They also have a tendency to feel like you have somebody else, too. They feel like you have another option. They also feel like somebody else is like interrupting the connection to the point where you're going to end up having to prove to this person that you only want them, is also something that's coming forth, okay? All right, guys, I'm going to answer 2 more questions and then I'm going to hop off, okay? But I hope you guys enjoy this and definitely vote on the poll to let me know which pick a card you guys want the most. Either I think it's before Halloween, and then I'm also doing urgent messages as my options. So you guys feel free to vote and let me know which one you guys would like me to film for tomorrow. But let's get into this. So ABC, what are Jay's feelings for you? No contact from a very long time. Okay, so what are Jay's feelings for you? Justice card in the reversal. Now, this is Libra Scorpio energy. Okay, this leads to a lot of non-balance. This is like not balanced energy. This is somebody who's not really giving equal give and take. And this person has feelings for you, but they have a tendency to put their own emotions and what's going to balance out their life. Let's just say you have a person, like, okay, let's just say that you really needed something done, something that was meant to better you, and you just needed a little bit of assistance, and it didn't even have anything to do with money. It just had to do with like either a ride or just like getting something done or just something like that. And this person's like, I have my own world to worry about. Like, I have my own things to worry about. Like, you need to worry about what you've got going on. You need to worry about your life. You need to worry about that. And that's where the Justice card energy and the reversal comes to play, because this person's not really fully giving equal give and take, because when it comes down to when this person needs you or when this person is lacking in a certain area, you fulfill that gap, or you try to be there for that person, or you try to do those things, and it just is not an equal give and take, okay, with that, all right? And yeah, I feel like this person's just not really balanced. But let's get into no contact. Let's see what he's going to do next, okay? He could be reaching out to you in a little bit of a selfish way towards the end of October, okay? Like the last 2 weeks of October, potentially. But let's see here what his next actions are towards you, how he's feeling towards you. Dearest you, I'm going to video call you. I want to see your beautiful face. I miss your touch. I'll always want to stay in touch. In thought time. So both of you guys could be reconnecting soon, possibly video calling or FaceTiming when you guys do end up reconnecting, okay? All right. And then Nana, why did K the Aquarius ignore your message? So let's see here. So why did K the Aquarius ignore your message? What's going on here? Why did K the Aquarius ignore your message? Because he's an Aquarius. Let's get into it. Page of Cups energy in the reversal. He got an offer elsewhere, okay, with the Page of Cups energy. And the thing about Aquarius energy is we have a tendency to kind of go cold sometimes. And it's something that we don't necessarily control, okay? It's kind of like our mind has already reached a brink of overthinking about a situation, overfeeling about a situation, and we kind of, I wouldn't say numb, but I would say we put up this kind of like blockage towards that situation, okay? Is something that I'm receiving. So it's not, I'm also going to give you another one because you have purchased readings in the past. I'm going to give you a couple, okay? With the World card energy coming forth in the reversal, I do feel like he's going to be reaching out through the internet, okay? And I also do feel like it's going to be up to you whether or not you want to accept this or not. And he also didn't reach out to you because he was involved with somebody else who could have been his counterpart previously. Okay, this could have been someone that he was in a relationship with before. This is definitely an ex energy because this person's mirroring their energy. Queen of Swords is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. And I'm feeling very strongly that it's a different person. But let's get into actions speak louder to see what he's going to be doing next. What KB Aquarius is going to be doing next for Nana. Let's see here. All right, I'm going to read all the ones that came out, okay, for you. And that's just as a thank you for your support with the channel and purchasing readings, so I really do appreciate that, okay? Dearest you, I do not want to ghost you. I want to keep talking to you. Just give me space and thought them. And that's another thing about Aquarius is that you live in our head. You're not gone. You are there. You're very much there. We are sharing a space in my mind, okay? And that's the really important place to be at in Aquarius's head. And even though a lot of the times it creates issues for us because we don't communicate with our partner enough, we don't give in enough with conversation with our partner, we don't necessarily like become as emotionally open or as receptive with certain things, you know, we tend to shut down, like that kind of energy, okay? We're like not a MacBook. We're like Microsoft, like the original computer. And it takes a little bit of time, but once it gets there, like it's just, you're jamming. Back in the day, the original computer was a shit. And until Gemini came up, you know what I mean, which is that iPhone or that MacBook or whatever, that still glitches every 2 years and shuts down to like where you're gonna have to create a new life or new alternative or new this or new that in order to revamp up things. That's Gemini. So every single sign has their glitch, or every single sign has their kind of thing. You know, Aquarius is dial up. It takes them forever. So they gotta fucking overthink to the damn point of whatever. But then all of a sudden they make this quote unquote random decision to message you, a random decision, but really in all reality they've actually been thinking about that the entire time. They just felt divinely guided to do it at that moment. So actually their pathway is very spiritual. But anyway, so dearest you, I'm about to crash out. Your message isn't the reason, but it did add the last piece to the top of my issues for the day. I'm facing so much pressure and there is nothing you can do to help me right now. Give me space. And thought them is also something that's coming forth, and that's very Aquarius. Okay. This is almost like he's already dealing with other stuff and he's not ignoring you, but he's not also telling you off either. And you should just be grateful that you're not unblocked. I mean, that you're not blocked. I know that seems like, damn, what do you mean grateful that I'm not blocked? Because the minute that you put pressure on, especially on Aquarius's phone about some shit, they're going to automatically just either A, ignore you, you know, put you on mute or whatever, or B, they're going to block the fuck out of you and they're not going to talk to you for quite a while if they choose to end up talking to you again. Because Aquarius is already dealing with like a lot of things like in their mindset, but that doesn't only leave it on to you. This person is going to eventually reach out to you though, okay? I do feel that way, but this person is just expecting to pick up right where they left off in the conversation, not necessarily address the non-communicational issues that the both of you guys are facing. So this person doesn't necessarily take any accountability for the non-communication or the separation, okay? It's also something that I'm getting. All right, they feel like, oh, we're just friends, it doesn't really matter, like that kind of energy, okay? All right. I'm going to answer one more question, guys. Emily, how much will your future spouse love you? The real question is, how much are you going to love your future spouse? But let's get into it. How much will your future spouse love you? And Nana said, I just let it be. I'm a Sag, and he hates when I leave him unseen. Exactly, because Aquariuses feel like, well, I'm never messaging you. Why is there a delay? Da-da-da-da. That's how I understand. I completely get it, but you're a Sagittarius, and that's actually meant to mesh well with Aquarius, okay? But the thing that we get and we have an issue about is you guys expect us to kind of just be like, just ready to go or ready to do whatever, and even though we have our own private little thing going on anyway, you know what I mean? But let's go into it. Thank you, girl. I'm going to purchase soon. No problem, Nana. Feel free to reach out whenever, okay? But I hope that you're having a beautiful weekend. And Emily, how much will your future spouse love you, okay? So how much is your future spouse going to love you, Emily? All right, so I'm going to give you an option. You can either receive these two main tarot cards that came out, or you can get a new shuffle with one tarot card and one channeled message. But you feel free to let me know. Butterfly A, please do not be disrespectful to the people in this chat who are openly being vulnerable and needing assistance, okay? That's wrong, and I won't stand for it. I'm actually really trying right now not to be an asshole to you, okay? But this is what I'm going to do is I'm going to silence you for the next 24 hours, and you can feel free to unsubscribe from my channel because I don't take that shit in my fucking comment section, especially when somebody is being open and vulnerable and it's already scary enough trying to get the answer out. So I need you to be not an asshole, okay? Your reading don't resonate. Probably because I'm not doing a reading for you, Butterfly A. You got your ass banned. How about that? Keep going. Keep going. You are nasty. 110%, bitch. I'm nasty. Next fucking thing. Go for it. I don't have time for this. Do you understand? This is not cool. I don't like it. I don't fuck you calling me nasty. You have no fucking idea. I can take this shit to hell in a real fucking fast. Do not do that on my fucking page. You are now banned. Do you understand me? And you are now reported. I don't stand for that shit. All right? You're promoting harassment and bullying, and I will not stand for it. So you're going to be reported, and you will also be muted on my channel, and you will never receive another reading from me again. Do you understand me? And which is fine because you're an idiot anyway. So I'm not going to deal with it. There you go. You have been reported. And let me put you in timeout. That's what they say because you're acting like a fucking toddler. So there we go. All of your messages have been erased. Your fucking verbiage is non-existent on my channel. Please enjoy your weekend. Please enjoy your day. Please enjoy your life. But when it comes to nighttime, be ready, ho. Okay? I don't have fucking time for this. Emily N., thank you for standing up for me. 110%. But feel free to ask your question with no, bullying associated with it. I know that you just wanted to know how deeply your husband is going to love you in the future, okay? And that condescending reaction is from somebody who's not going to be loved for a while, okay? And it's going to be their own demise, all right? They're only going to get a lot of fake people around them and unauthentic situations happening with them, okay? So feel free to let me know if you would like the 2 main cards that came out for you, or if you would like me to shuffle again, and I can pull out 1 tarot card, and I can also pull out a message card for you, okay? All right, perfect. So 1 tarot and 1 love card. Guys, I'm very serious when I say I don't really stand for bullying, okay? But let's get into it and let's see. Hey, what's up, Mary Jana? So 1 tarot and 1 love message for Emily N. All right, so we're getting the 6 of Cups energy. This is somebody that you had a past life with. This is how deeply your person's going to love you, is that you will have moments of silence with your person, what I'm tapping into. And this could be like when your person wakes up first and just stares at you, but they're not staring at you in like a weird, creepy way where you're gonna be like, what the fuck? This is a lot. You know what I mean? Like, my eyes are open, this is a lot. Like, not like that. I feel like this person's going to reminisce from the harsh conversations that you guys end up having and that you've overcome, like the difficulties that you guys have had, and like here you are just laying peacefully there side by side. Like, this person generates a lot of calmness. This person gets very much in peace when they recognize how safe you are. Okay, this is also somebody who's going to be very protective over you, and also not going to let you forget the reason why you fell in love in the first place. With the 6 of Cups energy coming up in the verse, this could also be somebody that you already know of, who's already in your energy. Now I'm going to pull an additional card for you as well. And like I said, the fights, the angers, the wars, the both of you guys are going to have passionate chemistry. And to some people it might seem very toxic, but for the both of you guys it's going to work very well. Okay, now the next card that you're receiving, I'm pulling out a couple extra because I feel bad for what happened on the chat to you, okay? So with the 4 of Cups energy coming forth in the reversal, I also feel like this person's going to randomly message you, randomly give you gifts a lot of the time. These are going to be small little things. I don't feel like it's going to be like, this could even be like a small keychain or like a small little trinket or a small little thing. And it doesn't have to be grandiose. It doesn't have to be like this whole like, oh, I spent my whole paycheck on this and this is that. No, this is when they walk into a store, they think of you and they're like, damn, she's not here, but I think she'll like this. And then they'll grab it and they end up surprising it with you, and they're not going to hand it to you. This is somebody who will hide it for you to find. This is interesting. You have a fun one. But let's get into some love messages to see how deeply this person is going to be loving you. Okay? Dearest true love, I miss everything about you. I want to get up and go towards you again. A lot about the morning time. Like, it sets in, some people, it sets in at nighttime with the way that they feel about people. And then they start like making music and they'll start painting. They'll start, being poet, all this shit at nighttime because it's that feminine energy coming out with the moon. You know what I mean? But with this energy, this is somebody who gets up happy knowing that you just are awake in their bed. This is somebody who gets happy knowing that you're just present in their day to day. This person is actually grateful for the little things that you do as well. So like, let's just say they're not telling you, oh, you have to clean, you have to do this, but you just naturally just want to do it. Or you don't have to like do this, and this, and then you just naturally just want to do it. This person really recognizes that you're willing to change for the relationship, and it puts a fire under their ass to be better for you, is also something that's coming forth, okay? But anyway, yet I know I've messed up everything. Will you even remember the love you've had for me? Are we really done? I need to talk and see you again. Unblock me, please. So a lot of how they feel about you is going to come out in the arguments that you guys have, and it's going to be I don't know why I keep getting, well, yeah, you know what? Well, that's why I fucking love you. Like that kind of energy, okay? And it's okay. All of us fight. All of us kind of get into our own little thing. Like we all have, but it's the person that you want to fight with, you person you want to fight for. And this person actually wants to fight for you. This person actually wants to fight for the connection, even when you guys have little hiccups and things like that. So as far as how much is this person going to love you? A whole damn lot, okay? But that is what I'm receiving for you. This is a beautiful read. Well, you're welcome, Emily. I hope that you enjoyed that. And again, I'm so sorry for the behavior in the chat room, but that situation has been handled, okay? All right, I'm going to get one more. Thank you so much. I love this reading. You're welcome, love. And be sure to save the timestamp. You said, I know this guy. Ooh, Queen Slay. Okay. So anyway, let's go into one more and then I will close out, guys. But thank you guys so much for patiently waiting. And Mariana, let's see. So how is M thinking about proposing to you? So how is M? You said we went no contact in August. Don't worry. I feel like both you guys are going to be making amends as well. Especially Virgo season tends to bring out the worst in people. Virgo and Leo season in particular. Okay. Leo season, everybody shines vibrantly. Everything, I'm serious. To the point where some people can't even take somebody else's shine during Leo season. Okay. But let's get into it and let's see here. All right. So how is M thinking about proposing to you? So how is M thinking about proposing to you? Five of Swords. He's going to make it seem, with the Five of Swords energy coming forth, this is actually a good sign in regards to how is he thinking about proposing to you. He's going to make it seem like you guys are just going either to like dinner or somewhere else, and it's actually going to be something more planned at that place. So you're going to want to make sure to show up on time. Okay, it's like a really big one. Show up on time, make sure to dress appropriately, always have your nails done whenever he is going to do that, because if you don't care about your nails being done like me, okay, where I would rather save the money and spend it on something else, like, I don't know, laundry detergent or something. So, but I love getting my nails done. Don't get me wrong. Trust me. I love getting my nails done. But sometimes you don't, okay? But anyway, so just make sure to like get yourself ready and prepared, because you're going to have a really strong intuitive feeling when he does want to take that action towards you, okay? So let's see here with the actions speak louder, and let's see what comes up in regards to how this person's going to propose to you. So this person's going to make it seem like, oh yeah, we're going to this event or whatever, and you might just dress nonchalant like whatever, and you might be regretful of that, because there's going to be pictures being taken and you're not going to really know that. So try to match what he's wearing. So just ask him like, hey, what are you wearing? I love coordinating with my partner. Okay. I don't like matching. I like coordinating. So like, let's just say if they are wearing like gray and like jeans or something. Okay. I like coordinating with my partner. So that means that I'm going to wear like darker neutral colors as well. You know what I mean? Anyway, so let's get into it with actions speak louder, and let's see. But it happens to me really naturally at times with the people that I'm interested in. We end up kind of like semi-matching without realizing it. It's because I'm an empath. But anyway, so actions speak louder. Let's see here. Dearest you, I take pictures of you and keep them just for me. I literally just told you that, okay? You are one of the most beautiful creatures I have ever seen and thought them, okay? So definitely it's going to be a picture taking day. He's definitely going to make sure that it's like photographed, and like it's not going to necessarily be private as well. I do feel like it's going to be public as well, okay? But that is what I'm receiving for you, Mariana. I hope you guys enjoyed this free live session, and I will be on again tomorrow, guys. Feel free to vote on the poll to let me know what you guys would like me to dive into for a pick a card reading, whether you want any messages that are going to be happening before Halloween, or would you like urgent messages, like things that are going to be happening like right away or soon to be, or things that you need to know, things like that. So feel free to vote on that poll for me, guys. And until next time, I hope you guys have a beautiful Saturday. Bye for now.